So Ray Haycraft here at the Fillmore, Charlotte, with a Jess from CKY.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How's your tour been thus far?
It's been really good. Today's a little rough. Like I was saying earlier, I'm kind of hungover because Brent from Mastodon came to the Atlanta show last night, and that's always a good time. But now I'm paying the price.
Did he get up on stage with you guys for his solo?
No, we're talking about maybe doing the song that he's on the record, but he kind of just wanted to hang. Like he showed up a little late and stuff, so we're like, all right, just have a good time. We'll party later.
So what was it like working with him on a song?
I actually was not there. We did the record at Rancho de la Luna. Well, we did like most of the music there, and then Chad went back to his place in LA and cut the vocals. Then he had to go to Henson to record Brent's solo because I guess Mastodon was mixing at Henson Studios, so which is pretty funny. It's like there's probably an Elmo taping going on next door or something. Yeah.
8 years since the last CKY record.
Yeah.
I know you all are probably getting a million questions that are all the same of what is it like coming back after all that time, coming back as a three-piece. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I think it was really good to take a bunch of years off and, go mess around and do some solo projects and stuff. Like Chad did a solo record. I did some stuff with the Company Band, which is a band I'm in with Neil Fallon from Clutch and Jim Rhoda from Fireball and Brad from Fu Manchu. And, so that was fun. But, after a few years, you get itchy and you're like, all right, I got to go back to home base, the band I've been in since high school. It was pretty great, like, getting back together and with, like, a new energy, to the band because we got pretty burnt out for a while. So, yeah.
And do you feel like the Phoenix is a rebirth for CKY?
Absolutely. Yeah. We kind of hit a wall, like, I guess 2009-ish, and we did that record Carver City, which it has its moments, but it's kind of like CKY on steroids, and we just went completely over the top and focused more on, like, creating a crazy sounding record versus, like, writing super catchy songs, like we really wanted to get back to writing like good hooks and just like catchy melodies and timeless choruses or whatever, like we kind of used to do on Infiltrate and stuff like that. More about the song, less about the hey, look at me, I'm a good musician or whatever. Musicians appreciated Carver City and stuff because we went a little over the top with it, but at the end of the day, most people just want to hear a good song.
The latest music video that came out was Head for a Breakdown, but that was a tour footage kind of compilation. Yeah,
that was kind of funny how that worked out. We were doing a UK tour, and then we were playing 2 nights at this place in London, and the Costa sisters came out. We've known them forever, and they were like, "Let's film something." And we're like, what? They're like, "We'll just follow you guys around London." Like it worked out perfect because we had a press day, and then pretty much everything got canceled because the Ariana Grande thing happened right then, and so we just had all day to just cruise around town. And it's kind of funny. I've been to London like probably 20 times, but I've never like done the whole thing, like went to see like Parliament and London Bridge and all that stuff.
Did you see where Harry Potter was written?
I don't think so. Well, I went to like
it's on my bucket list.
A bunch of cool pubs like where William Shakespeare used to drink and stuff. Yeah,
you get that one.
I nerded out on like a lot of stuff like that.
Hell yeah!
I love like old pubs. Like it's funny, like because right by my house in Pennsylvania, there's like a 300-year-old pub that's really cool, but it's like over in England, it's like, this was built in 1210. You're like, holy knights at the round table and shit, drinking there probably.
It puts things in perspective for sure.
Yeah.
And then your other music video for Replaceable, that's a little bit more on the wacky fun side. What was that like to shoot?
Yeah, it was cool, but it was stressful because we had like basically one day before we left for Warped Tour when we finally
did that all in one day.
Found a director and everything, and yeah, it was like we were just so busy, like putting the finishing touches on the album and like setting up the record, and you know, they're like, you just gotta shoot a video for this, and it's like, well, we have Warped Tour coming up like any day now, so we just scrambled and then found a director. Luckily, he was like a somewhat local guy, and then yeah, we just made it happen. Like, it all came together.
What was the process like of shooting it with all of the actors and all the props, and do you all have a big hand in that, or did that kind of like
the director Jaffe, I forget his first name already. God, my memory sucks. He kind of hooked everything up and came up with a concept, and you know, we're gonna try and maybe like somewhat recreate that Phil Collins video where he just keeps firing directors and stuff, like, you're replaceable, and so we kind of loosely based it on that, but made it our own as well. So
did you keep the sock puppets?
I think Chad has them maybe. Chad's like really into like puppets, and like, you know, like I'm sure he would love going to Henson to record Brent Hines. He loves like the Muppets and stuff. So
that's not where I thought that was going.
Yeah, I know. He was like he came over to my house once, and I have like 4 kids, so he was just like armed with like Muppet videos and stuff, like,
fuck yeah.
Scarlett, did you ever see the Muppets Take Manhattan or whatever?
That movie's awesome.
Yeah, I loved it when I was a kid. Yeah.
What song do you feel like, other than the singles, has been resonating the most with fans since the record came out?
I think Head for a Breakdown. Yeah, that was my pick to go to radio with first. I guess a lot of other people saw it differently, so they went with Replaceable. But it's funny, man. You could see, like, as soon as we dropped that video, like, it's got, I think it's up to like 200,000 views already or something. It only came out like a week and a half ago or something. So yeah, I'm stoked to see people really getting into that song, because that's probably one of my favorites off the record.
And what's your favorite to play live?
I have a lot of fun with Escape from Hellview. We're not doing it on this tour, but on our headliner shows, we wrote this like whole intro to it, like before it kicks in. It's like super, I don't know, like Stranger Things-y, like John Carpenter-y, you know.
Love it.
So yeah, it's fun, and but you know, we only get a certain amount of time on this tour, so we kind of had to chop that. But yeah, that's probably my favorite song to play live. I kind of want to say like The Phoenix is like the album that should have came out after Infiltrate, in my opinion. We kind of branched off on Answer Can Be Found and Carver City and tried new things, and it was hit or miss, you know. Some songs really clicked and some are kind of whatever. So most people like the first 2 albums the most, and I feel like the new album is very on par with those. Like, I feel like, you know, like Head for a Breakdown or something could have came out with Infiltrate or something. It would have fit pretty well on that record, in my opinion. It blends good and flows nice and gets a great reaction every night, so that's good.
What do you hope that fans take away from this new album?
We really wanted to like try something new, and we went to Rancho de la Luna in the desert in Joshua Tree, because we're huge fans of that whole scene, you know, Caius and Queens of the Stone Age and Eagles of Death Metal and stuff. And yeah, the opportunity popped up to go there and record, and I mean, it's just such a one-of-a-kind place, like the amps and the everything about it, you know. We were trying to make it sound like if Quincy Jones recorded an album at the place where Caius made Welcome to Sky Valley, kind of thing.
I think I heard a quote where it said if Quincy Jones had run amok with CKY.
Yeah, somebody said that, and I was like, perfect. That's completely accurate description of that, because we love, you know, bands like stoner rock bands from the desert, and we like Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson stuff, so try to blend that together somehow.
What else would you like fans to know about the band and the direction that you're going now, or things for them to look forward to?
Well, we're definitely gonna keep touring and keep making records, much more faster pace than we have been. Yeah, those days are over. Taking like 5 years in between albums and stuff. We want to stay busy. We feel like extremely fortunate that we still have a pretty impressive like cult following after 20 years. Like not every band can say that, and we don't take it for granted at all. And it's just really cool to come out here and like do tours with our friends. Him and we're going to UK with Skindred coming up.
Oh,
Really cool band that we've been friends with for a while, and then we're doing our own headlining tour in February, March. Yeah, it's mainly like just getting out there again and touring and letting people know we're actually back for real this time. And
No more hiatus.
yeah, lots of apologizing, damage repair or whatever. Half these clubs we've played, it's like, sorry about last time, man. Yeah.
The apology
I think we lit that couch on fire or something backstage. Sorry about that. We're not like that anymore. So it's been a lot of apologizing and repairing damaged relationships.
In a good way.
Yeah.
And giving people new music to boot.
Yeah.
Do you have any last words of wisdom for fans back home?
Have a good time all the time.
Unless you're burning couches.
Yes.
Don't do that anymore.
That's a Viv Savage quote from Spinal Tap, of course. That's like...
And as a drummer, it's dangerous to quote
Yeah.
Spinal Tap because
Yes.
your own fate may be in the
I might
balance.
implode on stage or something.
Well, let's hope that's not the case, or else all of your promises of new records are going to go flat.
If I'm going to implode, it'll probably be today because I'm very hungover.
Oh.
But I just had a hair of the dog beer and a bunch of coffee, so I feel a lot better now.
Okay.
Because this morning
Well.
was rough.
Well, thank you so much for taking time with us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having
Have
me.
a fantastic set.
Right on. Thank you.